welcome back. Sorry about that little bit of iPhone video turned on the side. It's actually still on my Samsung, but I just forgot to change the format from a video that I was videoing for TikTok. But I did finish my hinge mount, and I think it turned out really good compared to the other side. Got the same thickness at this bolt, same thickness here, about the same width. I did try to fabricate this into the same shape. Got some low spots here, and of course trying to weld thicker steel into the sheet metal with a Miller 250 was a bit of a hassle. Then over on this side, I managed to get this filled in, all with steel, no fill, to help keep it a little stronger. And I don't think I got any warpage in here at all. There's a dent here, but I don't think it's warped. Now it's still looking a little bit rough. I welded down in here to fill this in. I didn't clean it perfectly. I just got the high edge off and give it kind of a concaved feel to it. And there's some spots that I left. I stopped just in front of the bolt holes here because this is where all the strength's going to be. Because I was worried that if I welded this all the way through, I'm going to warp this hood. Same goes on the other side. I welded at the back where the strength needs to be. I tack welded it along and then finished it off on this edge. So for the most part, all the metal working is done on it. I might take a blending disc and try to get this sharper edge off and make this more rounded. But when it's finished and time to paint this hood, I'll use a little bit of seam sealer and we'll do a little bit of body work just to clean that up. Next step is to see if this hinge actually fits in the bolt holes. Hopefully I got it close. I still got to grind the bolts out of this one because they're still rusted in there. So that's one side. The other side that was good. Bolt holes are out. Went through my awesome bolt holder here, which is a Chrysler hubcap, and I found the 3 that I need to put on this hinge. Now, one good thing about this hinge is the rust marks and the dirt marks are perfectly clear on where they were put in at. So I'll be able to get it close. I'll be able to snug it up on there, get it closer it was originally. Same with the other side, and then hope that I did a good job making that hinge mount. That's about as close as I can get, keeping the rust marks lined up. And I just realized the bolt has ripped out behind this mount. So I have to concentrate on just these 2 for now to get the hood lined up. This, which I have to go through the inside of the fender, I'll work on that later. Hinge is on. Had to do a little tweaking. My welds are a little fat, so they were allowing the edge of the hinge to fit in tight here. And I did realize that on the other side, it's almost 90 degrees. It's a little bit of a rolled edge, but it's almost 90 degrees in there. So all it took was a little bit of grinding. And bolts are on, and we have adjustment as well too. And just like that, we got a hood. The alignment, pretty good. A couple of ripples on the side here. There's a high spot here, probably from when I bent it in the forest. And on both sides though, it drops down like a quarter of an inch. Like identical on both sides, which is kind of strange. Where the hinge goes, nice and level. There's a little low spot right here. And another little low spot here. And if we're looking at the body lines, she's a little tight on the left hand side. Right hand side's got a bigger gap. So we gotta everything's gotta go to the right hand side, about a 1/16 of an inch. But all in all, that worked out awesome. Now one thing that could be with these low spots here is the rubber bumpers. They're up at the front. There is spots around the back here and they are not here. Though I would have thought that the corner would not go down that far, but it's an identical distance on both sides. Now the next step to this is definitely going to be some fine tuning. All I did was try to put the bolt holes back in the same rust spot as they were originally. But they're not exact, but they're pretty close. As you can see, the whole hood has to come just to the right hand side of the vehicle here. And also back here, there's these big tabs on each side. I'm pretty sure they would have had these rubber stops on them, which will help pull that corner up. But I still don't like the way it's bent down so much. So I'll probably pull this hood off and just try to work those corners a little bit, just to try to bring them up. Because it's not only just the one that I welded, it's both sides are exactly the same distance bent down. So I don't know, something's happened here, but I do got to work them up a little bit. Just get one more look at that hood. That's a mean looking front end. Anyway, that is the end of this week's video. As always, thumbs up greatly appreciated. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and check out TikTok. You guys have a great week. See you again later.